Welcome back!
Hello. Come with me. Come with me on this journey. Into Darksouls B-side.
Chris is being weird.
I'm your host.
Do you trust this woman with very broad shoulders?
I only trust women with broad shoulders.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. So, on this episode of Dark Souls B-side, we are still pathetic, worthless, level 5 Great Lord servants. Don't worry about that. And I'm going to be showing you something anybody can do from the start of the game. It's much easier than, say, fighting Pinwheel at the start of the game.
I'm sad we didn't record Chris's climb back to the Firelink Shrine. It was
Hi, lady.
very amusing.
Hello.
Oh, you might... Do you plan to go into a new Lundo
Yes.
for that? Okay, well, I hope you have a plan to keep those souls.
Yes, I always do.
Okay.
My plan is to be better.
Better.
To be better than the rest. To be...
The new competition for Chris is to keep his souls throughout this entire B-side. We'll see how that works out. Chris, the first thing Chris is going to be attempting is going to be the one of the harder things to do, is still keep your souls.
There you go.
So much so that he's gotten into the habit of resetting the elevator in anticipation of his death.
Well, you never know, right? Who wants to wait for the elevator? Hey, wait, come on now.
All that work for fall damage.
Cool,
Small Lundo doesn't
cool
look very
people
new.
don't... It's not. It was, but it's not now. Hey, S-Dock.
This is the S-Dock.
Because I have one less strength than necessary, I cannot use it properly.
It's not quite a spear, it's not quite a sword. It's the S-Dock.
It's a real weapon. S-Stocks were just... They're like rapiers, but longer, and the sides are not sharpened. They're just a big pointy stick.
I didn't say it wasn't a weapon. I just said that it's a sword. It's shorter than a spear, but it works a lot like a spear in this game. You can block and attack with it at the same time. Oh look.
Yeah, so this is a thing to know. When you're first starting, you can run into a smith much sooner than Andre. Now, having the materials to upgrade anything is its own deal, but...
Does he sell
This is
shards?
unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't pry.
No, you shouldn't.
I'm Ricky of Vinheim.
I'm Ruby Red.
I was once an established smith. Look at me now.
Pretty fucking...
Can you believe it?
Yes. Yes. Yes, I can.
I've been around.
What is it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escape.
Good, because I would have...
It's safe here. I can't bear the thought of going hollow out there.
He's actually one of the
Although,
smarter
I
people
must
by doing
admit,
that.
I've not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made me the best in Vinheim.
So, yeah, just sitting around, as we see with Rickert and the Crestfallen Warrior, is one strategy to not die. But hollowing doesn't necessarily just include dying. If you lose the will to live and you're an undead, you're going to go hollow. So you have to have a very boring mind to exist like this. Is the only way I can think of. As he said, he's from Vinheim. In the lore of this world, that is kind of like where wizards are grown. I mean, trained, whatever. There seem to be scholars in Vinheim who... Wow, my leg's getting fucked up. Who, you know, study magic as you might expect. But there also seem to be people like Rickert here who kind of view magic in a very practical sense. Like, he doesn't really care about the reasons behind magic or any of that. He just cares about smithing good magic stuff.
Did you ever find out why he's in prison?
No. There are hints, I suppose. I mean, being undead for one, it generally gets you scorned in the normal world.
He smiths you the magic weapons, I believe, right?
Yes, if you want to get weapons with magic scaling, you have to come to him. He'll be your go-to guy. Fortunately, you can't purchase any ores from him, but you can very early purchase an extra set of soul arrows. You know, if you don't have, or first set if you don't have any, and heavy soul arrows. So you can get equipped for some decent magic pretty quickly. And of course, if you have any shards from earlier, you could use them to upgrade your weapons here. So it's
Come back soon.
it's good to know.
Smithing helps soothe my nerves.
Okay, whatever.
Don't let me
Yeah,
wither.
bye. Not interested.
Chris-
By the way, talk about not interested. This fucking guy.
B run slightly less lore intensive than A run.
Why?
Because you're not letting the guy talk.
Oh well, I would, I was responding to him.
I'm sure we're going to explain this on the A run when we go through, but those transient curses he just picked up they're basically, what's the word? Benign curses that you put on yourself. The idea being that it puts you like halfway through the spirit world and this world, so you can attack ghosts and your armor affects their attacks.
Wait, there are ghosts here?
Yes.
I can't handle ghosts, man.
You could,
Oh shit! What the fuck is that?
it's better than the mermen.
Oh, is that a ghost?
What's that a ghost of?
Dead woman.
It's best not to look
Look
too
at
closely at them.
sides or something.
They get, the closer you look at them, the creepier they get.
Oh, they have those saw things.
Holy shit! I've actually never seen someone retrieve that and get past back on the bridge. So, kudos to Chris on that one. He might want to start moving that.
I want health more. Okay, so what I just grabbed is a Firekeeper Soul, which, as you saw, you can get right out of the gate as soon as you start the game.
Start walking around with a level 1 fire flask. Right
Yeah,
off
so
the bat.
you can start healing off more right off the bat. You can escape death, as you just seen. It's more typical to get caught by them or to fall off the little land bridge there. No big fucking deal if you do. Usually you don't have 19,000 souls at this point. Usually when you do this, you have none and you don't care.
Yeah, you just get out of the asylum, you spend your 2,000, and then you come down here and just fuck it. You lose a soul. You lose like 20 souls. Big deal.
There are things you can do in New Londo. There's quite a bit you can do before you get the necessary keys to drain the water here. You can actually, well, actually, that's not true. You can kill a guy. His name is what? Ingrid? The guy in the red suit.
Oh yeah. The sealer.
Yeah, you'll know him by now, I hope. If you have a bow and arrow and patience and luck, you can actually murder him, and he'll drop his key, and he'll allow you to do fucked up shit here. But it's like, it doesn't necessarily drop it. Like, it might not drop it,
Plus
and then you'll no longer be able to progress through the game.
Plus,
So,
you still totally cannot fight the 4 kings anyway.
yes, no, you still can't fight them.
So it's not really worth doing that. I mean, I guess there's some stuff if you're like really into twinking your dude, you could farm slabs here.
Yeah, you could do that if you were able to drain the water. Without draining the water, there's really not too much reason to go parading through New Londo, other than the soul I picked up. Mostly it's just small items.
Parrying dagger, the ultimate weapon.
Yeah, it's if you want to be
For a
a
Klingon.
stylish fool. Do we want to just go? Yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
show him the Valley of the Drakes.
Okay, so if you start the game with the master key, you can unlock this door. Otherwise, you can't do it until you're coming from the opposite side. But fuck that shit. We are in the Valley of the Drakes now. This is like this is kind of like a very small but important connecting area.
If
for
you go through
different
that
zones.
cave there, you can. That cave across the bridge, like right across the bridge from here. Obviously, you saw how short it is to get to this place. You can go in that cave. It's actually the way you come out of after killing what's her name?
Quelaag.
So you skip the gaping dragon, all of the sewers,
Taurus
And all-
demon, Capra demon.
and all of Plague Town, and you can just walk right up to Quelaag and fight her straight up.
You can ring that fucking bell before you ring the gargoyle bell.
Yep, it's a possibility. It's a little bit harder, obviously, to do it without
Oh, yes.
the gear. But I mean, if you're doing this anyway, you could probably equip yourself for it in the first place. So
And later, if you're already, like, if you've been playing normally, you can come here to basically skip the most annoying part of Blighttown. The scaffolding.
I actually don't mind Blade Town. I think I just played it so often that I know it.
Yeah, now that
But
I've gotten to
a
it.
new player will hate Blade Town.
Yeah.
I call it Plague Town for some reason. Blade Town will usually fuck up a new player just because it's darker and it's kind of a maze.
What I'm going to be showing now is not that. It's a shortcut to a different area of the map. Oh, and this, I guess, is a zombie dragon.
Take a lich.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Nerd.
Oh.
This guy, he's not too active. I mean, unless you punch him in the face,
Or take
walking by him is not going to wake him up. If, however, you try to pick up the, I believe it's the Astora Straight Sword.
And the crush shield.
No, not actually.
No?
It's either the Crush Shield or Astora Straight Sword. Only one item here will wake him up.
Pretty sure it's the sword then.
But before I do that, if you want to, once you have woken him up, you can take this very well hidden path if you want to avoid him in future encounters.
Yeah, you don't have to kill him. He's a good little bit of souls, though. I mean, he's not a
Right.
bad little kill.
Okay, so let's test the theory. I think this is just a podunk soul.
I know that one does not wake him up.
Okay.
For a fact.
Soul of a Proud Knight. No, but he doesn't give a shit.
I think the far one will wake him up. That's my theory.
Yeah, I believe the one most nestled in him won't wake him up. It is, I believe, possible to grab this one if you're very, very, very fucking careful. I think it's possible to grab this without waking him up.
No. I think that the far one won't wake him up.
Just watch.
All right. Let's see. Chris will show us his skills.
Astora Straight Sword. We got that, and
Oh,
he's
hey.
not awake. It's only the shield that will wake him up.
Get it. What are you, pussy?
I can't equip that, can I? I'm a faithless thief, right?
Yeah, you're a faithless thief.
Close, though.
Actually, yeah, you could
I'm
probably.
not, I'm not
level
as
up.
faithless. You know what? That makes sense. If I was a thief, I'd probably be like
Oh god,
trying to
God.
pray to God all the time. Like,
I'd
may this heist go well.
You should gain faith trying to just
Oh.
this part.
By the way, what wakes up the dragon is not actually picking up the shield. It's just getting within proximity of the shield.
Oh, I did not know that.
He'll start waking up long before beforehand.
And now Chris has a fun little set of souls to try to recover.
Right. Well, the thing about the zombie dragon is that he seems to do like a set amount of damage, from what I've heard and from what I can tell. So it's virtually impossible not to be killed by one shot of his early game.
So you gotta outgear it.
Yeah.
No, you have to vitality.
outlife it.
So it just goes straight through the armor? Is that what you're saying?
I think so. I think that's what I've heard. Like, it just does like a set amount of damage that it's just always going to kill you when you're young. His attacks are dodgeable. It's not particularly easy though.
His breath takes up a whole lot of the area.
The breath is something you can survive.
A
pretty
tactic
easily,
for
though.
killing him with melee weapons is basically wait from the breathe, wait for the end of the breath to fade away, and between those two attacks, run up to him, slash him a couple times, and run back.
It takes a very long time, and with me, with the thief's knife, it would be
Like-
so long as to be.
You might be able to do it with
forever.
black firebombs. There's the breath. It's a toxic type of breath. The faster way to kill him, of course, is, well, with most enemies in the game, is if you have a pyromancy or a magic spell. As you see, his breath is actually a poison breath, so...
That means it's vomiting.
Nice.
Okay, and we're out. Secrets out. I mean, Ruby Red out.
He won't chase you. He is stuck to the cliff in that one position.
He also has no legs.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a spine hanging down. You'll find plenty of his legs later in Lake Town.
And where?
In Isolate. Legs are all over the fucking place. Oh,
Dragon Lakes?
yeah. Moving on.
Okay.
These are little drakes, wee drakes, blue drakes, lightning drakes, whatever kind of drakes you want them to be.
Oh, is that what those are? Those are Dragon Lakes?
Yeah.
Oh, those lively ones?
Yes. Anyway.
Anyway.
These guys, their model is pretty much the exact same as the red Hellkite Drake that we fight or see at the bridge. But, of course, they're blue and small. They'll fly around. They'll be a nuisance. They shoot electricity. It's a problem.
Yeah, electricity is both a rare damage and a rare defense in this game. So most people will not be geared to protect against electricity.
And my goal is not to fight them because that would be suicide.
Yeah, I mean, if Chris worked really hard, he could probably kill one, but it's just not worth it. They're worth like a a normal amount of souls anyway, and they're just way too
Oh, fuck!
way too powerful, as you just saw, to bother.
Usually
Thanks,
they'll
Obama.
just shoot their electricity when you run up to them, and that I'm trained in dodging. Did not expect him to just headbutt me like a goddamn Pokemon. I have to get those back. But what I was before Mike hit me with his phone, what I was attempting to do was cross that bridge. You can pick up a set of the bandits' armor there.
A couple of pieces of which are actually really good when they're upgraded.
Yes, it's a very good armor to weight ratio with that set. You also get a red spider shield.
Which is one of the better early game shields. Actually,
Yeah.
not the best.
It's nice. It's okay. I like it.
Like everything, I think it's the best pre an Orlando shield.
I can't even use that. Jesus. It's good. Definitely
It's
good.
good. It's a good shield. It's good. It's good. It's light. It's effective against a variety of attacks, and it has 100% physical. It's just a good shield.
The other thing I can get from there is a ring, which you see here. There are 2 ring slots. They're like accessories. They have just kind of very miscellaneous, random abilities that can serve as a boon to you. The ring I may or may not decide to actually get is called the Red Tearstone Ring. It's when you're at like very low health, almost dead, it'll like boost your attack by a fair amount.
Not really worth it.
Oh, it is.
No, I mean to keep yourself at low health.
I mean, it's a legitimate style of play in this game. It's what I guess the player base calls hyper mode. They combine a few different elements to be able to ridiculously one-shot things that you would have never imagined being able to one-shot otherwise. But like everything in Dark Souls, it runs a very high risk-to-reward ratio.
Which is why it's so fun.
Yeah, I mean, you can potentially wipe out things, but if you fuck up, once, see you at the bonfire.
Dark Souls turns you into a bit of a gambler because it rewards it a lot, but it
Yep.
I mean, you can try to go through this game mechanically, but you'll find yourself overwhelmed if you try to go too slowly and too cautiously. You really got to keep moving in this game. You'll find a lot of the more veteran players just like you'll catch them running, like either running past a lot of mobs or where are you going? You forgot the.
I said I was considering it.
Get your ass out on that bridge.
Don't shock me. Don't headbutt. There we go. That I can deal with.
There's also something on the top of that tower, isn't there?
Yes, there is. It is highly unlikely that I will be able to get that without dying.
I don't know. You're doing pretty good.
No, I can. I'm sorry. I mean, I can get it. I just after that, it's gonna be done.
I don't suppose you have another number
I do, but.
They just don't feel like flying up after you.
They glide. I don't
Yeah,
think
they're not really
Alright,
programmed
drugs.
for that kind of. I'll put it on. Why not?
Go hyper. I mean,
There is
he could attack. He could jump down and attack, but
No, I mean technically at this height you will be killed.
Yeah, he's still taking
There is I've heard there's a way to avoid it.
a lowering skull, maybe.
I think it's something to do with like switching weapons. I don't know. We'll just try something random. Nope, dead. Nope, dead.
Well, now you can imagine where Chris's souls are.
At the top of that thing, I would imagine.
Yes.
We're gonna fast forward this when it happens because you guys have seen this several times now. Wait, I'll show you one thing. One thing before I go. There. You don't have to go around. Isn't that make up for everything? Everything I've done?
I feel enlightened.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why you set the elevator back to go back
And
up.
that's why you reset the elevator, my friends.
Most
gotta
people
think
actually
ahead.
ignore the red tearstone ring, unless you're specifically doing a build that like
Most
uses
scrubs.
it.
No, most people. He's right.
On any any balanced build, you're just not going to be using that ring. There's just better rings.
It's its own build, more or less. But I'm trying to show you stuff.
We're learning. We're learning.
I'm not going to use it, but now you know where to go if you want to use it. Just don't abuse it.
And remember, Chris has not yet even fought the Tauros demon.
The what?
Actually, you never have to fight the Tauros demon.
Nope. There are a lot of bosses you just don't have to fight.
Let's see if I can list them all off. Tauros demon, you do have to fight the gargoyles. You don't have to fight the Tauros demon, the Capra demon, the Gaping Dragon, the Ceaseless Discharge.
Who is the medalist boss?
Yeah, his name's Ceaseless Discharge, and he's basically made out of lava. Skipping him is just... You're really just hurting yourself. You're robbing yourself of an experience.
You're robbing yourself of ceaseless discharge. Which, actually, probably good idea.
Someone I want.
No!
Well, that solves that problem. Now Chris doesn't have to receive...
Motherfucker!
In case you're curious as to what just happened there, Chris
what
got
happened.
caught on the clipping of the Drake's tail, so when it turned around, it pushed him right off the cliff. Welcome to Darksouls.
It's just realistic, I
I
guess.
don't have a despair emote. So I'm just gonna point at the ground. Fuck, Drake's down there. You suck. Alright, whatever. We'll fast forward again. I'll just show you the goddamn shortcut like I wanted to before I lost all my souls.
I'm so sad.
Oh god, they're just souls, whatever.
They're not even Dark Souls. That's not actually an item in the game.
We're the Dark Soul.
That was actually kind of creepy.
We are the souls of a nation. Oh, fun
Dude.
fact. You can learn the pairing interval by doing this.
Oh, is it the number of frames?
Yeah, the number of sparks you see, like, kind of shows like between the first spark and the second spark is the parry interval.
No.
You can equip different shields and see the different pairing times.
Huh, that's really neat. I did not know that.
Yep, I saw that on. I don't even remember who it was. Somebody did a very neat little video showing, did like a study of like all the pairing things.
I mean, generally when you get good at parrying, you'll just be using it at the very beginning of the down sweep anyway.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need it, but hey, there you go. The shield I'm using, the target shield, has the highest number of frames for parrying, tied with the parrying dagger.
Actually, parrying dagger is a little bit more.
Nope, same.
Same?
Same. Down to like the millisecond, say. They're the top class. Then I believe your lighter shields have like I think light and medium have the same. Like there's a few heavier.
Tower shields cannot parry, but they get a little...
They get something useless instead.
They get a little shield bash, which you can never use, so hey, that's something.
Not this time. Not this time. No! Woo! Woo!
Oh, I'm sorry, he got caught in the clipping of the wing, not the tail.
It's both. Why would they give you a chance?
Welcome to Dark Souls.
Welcome to Dark Souls.
Oh, cool thing to note in Dark Souls, though, you lose your souls, you lose your humanity, but you do not lose any items you pick up.
I yip when I'm in danger, everyone. Just so you know.
So that's why these little runs, like suicide runs, work. If you go in here expecting to die, it's really not a big loss because any item you pick up it stays.
Really?
Insufficient strength, even. Dude, you're a...
Fuck this. I've done the thing. I'm gonna fucking level up at a bonfire.
No, you're not. You don't have any souls. I wish you could see the defeat on his face right now.
More like startled, like confusion. It's just like, no, that's not possible. That's not true. Whatever. Here we go. Now we're on to shortcut lands. We're
Now-
going into strange and unknown places.
Yep. You can get to the Sith.
Sith.
We're just going to show getting back to Berg.
Oh, okay.
For the purposes of this. I mean, I can show where they connect, but I'm not going to go like all over the place. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Know what I mean? Know nothing? Oh, perfectly safe here. Oh! Hi. This is parried in the dick.
Oof.
I'm going to have to do that quite a bit.
Man, I know you use fighting him, actually.
Except to prove my manliness?
And you're
Oh,
using...
right. My womanliness?
And you're using a cheap parrying item. By the way, don't let his ease of fucking parrying fool you guys right now. That is a very easy item to parry with.
Okay, yeah, we'll just keep in mind, when Nick goes to fight this guy, we're going to give him the same shield. And we're going to see just how well he does.
Fine. I'm on. Challenge accepted.
You braggart.
And he probably won't present his back to me either.
Oh, it's not that easy to parry him.
Most pole arms are actually fairly difficult to parry.
He just keeps attacking for a while if you did.
Yeah, he still
his
still
victory
thinks you're
dance.
there. It still thinks you're there.
Oh shit, he respawned.
Maybe I'll just backstab him. Oh look, my insulting pool with nothing. That's the worst, everyone. when your soul pool has 0. This might do the trick.
And you pick it up.
Nice.
You pick it up just so it goes away.
One way you can deal with him is to backstab him in such a way that he goes ouch off the.
Black Knights are one of the mobs that when they're pushed off a cliff, their loot will just come directly to your
Nice.
inventory. As you'll notice. 3, 2, 1.
Blue tie night chunk.
The Black
way
Knight
down.
weapons have a fairly low chance of dropping, but they are some of the best in the game, especially for a beginner. If you don't want to get a cheap weapon like the Drake
Are
Sword.
you kidding me? Is this real?
Dude, you can level up now.
10.
You can't even do
10. This world is for people with 10. I just want you to know there's a certain bias in this world. People who don't have 10 strength are just completely ostracized and prejudiced against.
But if it is your first playthrough or an early playthrough anyway, you get yourself a Black Knight weapon, build up so that you can use it, and you'll have yourself an easier time. You just will. Chris just got a magic shield, by the way, the Grass Crest shield. It does not block all physical damage, so if he gets hit with it, if you've seen it on A side, he takes a little bit of damage, but it recovers his endurance faster. And Chris has taken off pieces of clothing so that he can wear it and still roll fast.
Yes.
So go ahead and kill some endurance to show the peoples. Okay, see how fast that went back?
Un momento.
Also, Chris likes being human, which is understandable considering he took his mask off and now it's just ugly.
Yeah, it's really bad now. There we go. Better. Everything's better. Alright. Continue. What were we talking about?
The Grass Crest shield giving your endurance faster.
Yes. It also seems to go down slower, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's just always an effect and it's just fighting the down.
Yes.
Makes
Oh,
sense.
show him the Astoic. The spear attack.
Oh, the S-stock?
Yeah, that's stock. Whatever.
This is a rapier type, thrusting type sword, I should say. Poke, a poke, a poke, a poke. And let's see.
You
Let's
keep
see,
the faith
shield.
with that one?
Poke! S-stock is actually unique among the, I just remembered, unique among the thrusting weapons in that it has a slashing attack. Which makes no sense given that it is a sword with no blade. But, we'll forgive it. Two-handing with a thrusting sword is actually completely worthless. It does no extra damage whatsoever.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, it's just, don't do it.
Show him and put your shield up.
Oh. And when you have your shield up, like a spear, you can thrust from behind guard.
You notice that it definitely is detriment on the endurance thing. So.
Okay. So from this point, we have two options in this shortcut. We can take this path, and that'll lead us to the forest where you've seen Nick, no doubt, fighting shrubberies. Along that, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to, but along that path, you can also get a set of the leather armor, which is what the hunter is wearing, if you start with that. You also get a longbow, which,
It's just a bow.
longbows are good.
No, they're not. All bows are bad.
Don't listen to him. Anyway, but I'm not going to do it because I don't want to. There's also a crystal lizard up there, which you'll always want to take care of.
Yeah, there's also a Hydra.
That's up. No, I said up there.
Oh.
Over here is a different story. Over here we have the Dark Root Basin. That's where that's the whole area we're in. You can see there's some crystal golem enemies here. I don't really want to fight them in my current state at all. And down there is a Hydra. Right. You
Going this way then.
Yeah,
Right,
so we're going
anyway.
straight up.
Anyway, I'm ignoring that garbage.
By the time you see this, I probably would have fought Havel and did a great job and didn't die at all.
True. Look at that.
Oh, you can even see Havel. There's some kind of little glitch there.
Punk ass.
Oh, bullshit. Don't you dare.
I wouldn't.
Don't you.
I just don't want him to fucking attack me through the door.
I've never seen him do that. Probably because you ran it. Out of...
Oh, Havel, you so crazy. Alright, Havel to rock.
Oh, I've seen this guy too.
Poking weapons actually do better backstab, don't they?
Yes, they do. They do better parries and backstabs. Are
You might have a buddy.
Oh, there's a crystal golem up there. What a dick.
I really like his whale dick weapon.
It's
It's the-
Dragon's Tooth.
That is exactly what it sounds
It
like.
sure is.
You know what? It can be whatever you want.
I don't know how many whale dicks you've seen, and
Oh, I fucked up!
Squish.
Anyway,
well, that's Havel, and as at this point you'll probably know that this tower he's in will go up to Undeadburg, and so that's how you can get around Tauros.
I'll
Demon.
just run to Undeadburg for them,
Yeah.
so they can see that come full circle.
Well, we should probably wrap it up anyway.
Yeah, well, as soon as I do that.
This isn't Undeadburg. This is going to the end of the parish.
No. It's like in between. It's on Undeadburg. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. I thought you were going to keep going up the ramp.
No, I'm just going to stop when we get through the door. I think that's a good place to stop for this particular journey. I do. Fill the space. I'm doing the job of running.
Yeah, so he's going to go in here. I mean, Havel's a great guy to fight early on, actually. That's why
Yes,
the shortcut is
definitely.
so beautiful, is you can get Havel's ring, you can put some medium armor on, and still be light and nimbly bimbly like Chris is right now. And so at this point you'd be starting off with well, if you took the path to the Undead Parish, you could get Havel's ring, you could have a total of 2 Firekeeper souls, so you'd have a +2 Estus flask.
You could have 3, really.
Oh, you could actually have 3 because there's one in
Blighttown.
Blighttown as well that you could get. And this is before even fighting your first major boss. And here you go. It comes right out behind Barrel Guy, who's kind of a dick, and deserves exactly what's coming to him.
Hola!
And somehow that barrel light's on fire spontaneously. We don't ask those questions. We just accept it.
Hey, look, it's that place.
And with that,
With that, hold on. With
that little twinking path,